And we're live. Hey guys, Ron Douglas here. Just wanted to go live and make this quick video to share some business knowledge on my mind. This year makes my 25th year selling online. 25 years. I'm 51 years old, be 52 this year. And I've been doing this stuff about half of my life. Been selling online, which is crazy. I've seen people come and go. I've seen trends come and go. I've seen trends come and stay, like social media. Like I believe the AI trend is here to stay. And one of the main superpowers that you develop over this time to be able to last 25 years is the ability to adapt, right? So it's a little bit more difficult now at age 51 after 25 years and after making enough money where I don't have to adapt anymore. It's like when I was hungry and young and had bills that needed to be paid and money that needed to be made, I was much more able to adapt and to learn new things and to spend 12 hours a day on the computer and to really dig in and had that energy. But now I have experience and I have wisdom, and that kind of shortcuts a lot of things. And I know what I want to do and I know what I don't want to do. So that's a good thing. But I wanted to talk today about how to model people that are successful and how to find the easiest way to come up with a winning idea. And that easiest way is to find a problem that people have. I was just talking to someone about this the other day. Find a problem that people have. And even better, if you could find a problem that will, when solved, help them make money, right? So, like for instance, a business, if they know they have a problem with retaining customers, retaining clients, if you could help them solve that problem, then it would help them make more money, and then they'd be willing to pay you for that solution. So there's multiple ways you can provide a solution. It could be in the form of, digging in and being a consultant and doing it yourself. It could be in the form of you have a team that goes into their organization and helps them execute, or it could be in the form of you training their employees to do said thing, or it could be through intellectual property, like you package your information, your methodology into a program that gets sold to them, and they can implement based on the intellectual property that you provide them, the steps, the frameworks that you give them. And I'll give you a great example of that. One of my colleagues, Mike Michalowicz, he wrote the book Profit First. And he's a brilliant guy. I've hung out with him a few times. I went to this authors event where he had all these amazing authors. He was there, the guy that wrote James Clear, the guy that wrote Atomic Habits, sold 25 million copies of his book. He was there. Somebody named Ramit Sethi, the guy that his brand is I'll Teach You to Be Rich. He was there. Like all these people, Ryan Dice, Budgetnista was there. All the top authors, Jeff Walker, and Mike, what he did was brilliant because his book Profit First, it taught small businesses how to solve a major problem. And that problem is, how do you get more profit from your business? A lot of small businesses, they have huge expenses. They have staff, they have advertising, they have rent, they have supplies, they have cost of goods sold, and all of these different things they have to purchase. And at the end of all that, everybody gets paid except them. They're left with whatever's remaining. The owner of a business typically gets paid last in most instances because everybody else has to get paid. The employees have to get paid, the bills have to be paid, the advertising has to be paid, consultants, whatever you're using, all that stuff needs to be paid first, right? So what he did was he flipped the script with Profit First, and he said, you have your employee's salary, but even before that, you want to allocate some of your funds. Maybe it's 5%, maybe it's 10% of your profit where you pay yourself first. So it's profit first. And then you run your business based on this fact that I'm going to allocate 10% to myself first, and then I'm going to also get my salary, and then everything else will get paid out. So you manage accordingly. You manage your expenses based on that. You say, here's what I have for expenses after I get paid. So you pay yourself first. So when you start thinking about it like that, it's a different framework. Instead of putting yourself last, you put yourself first, and then you make business decisions based on whatever is remaining. Maybe you can afford to do certain things, but you got to get paid first. So that's the profit first methodology. I've kind of paraphrased and butchered it a little bit, but that's what I take from it. And it's brilliant. And it's a simple thing. And it teaches you how to, you have 5 different accounts, and you want to allocate money towards these different accounts. One is your tax account. You got to pay your taxes. Another one is your personal, your owners, or if you have partners, whoever's the members of the company, they have to get paid. So that's another account. So it's like 5 different accounts to use. One is an expense account, but the expense account comes after your main account that you're going to be paying yourself with. So he created this methodology and this framework and this intellectual property around this concept, around helping businesses be more personally profitable to the owners, and put profits first in their business. And he trained, so it became a methodology where you could become certified as a profit first certification, where you can help businesses do that. And then what he did was even more brilliant. He ended up selling over 1 million books with this concept, because it became a hot thing where people want to share. Hey, because it's generally helping a lot of entrepreneurs. Hey, did you read Profit First? That's an important book. So the brilliant thing that he did also was to get the book out there. Was he had all these people that were certified, and he went after bookkeepers, accountants. So think about who in your marketplace you can provide your intellectual property to, and they can use it and use it to attract clients. And then they had to buy the book, and then they recommended the book to their clients. So think of all the clients that accountants have, tax accountants or bookkeeping accountants. Think of all the clients that consultants might have. And then if they are certified in a certain methodology that's yours, you can get ongoing royalties from that. You can, people will buy your book. They are like your ambassadors, where they help spread the word about your book and your framework and your teachings. So that's what he was able to tap into, and it's brilliant. And he did a lot of public speaking. He went to speak at a lot of entrepreneurship type of events where he taught this methodology, and then he would recruit kind of ambassadors who wanted to become certified in this methodology so they could use it as a value added. So if you're an accountant, you're only getting a certain amount for doing your accounting services. But if you add this additional service, then you could be getting consulting fees on top of your accounting fees. Then you can be getting, different educational fees on top of your accounting fees if you know this guy's methodology. So that's how he pretty much positioned it, and it's brilliant. So there's more than one way to take an idea, take a product, package it up, and then get it out there to the masses. And when you can benefit from not just your efforts, but the efforts of many people, when you start thinking in those terms, like how can I benefit not just from my efforts, but how can I get this out there and have ambassadors that spread the word about this thing? Because we know, if you have something that can help people, that the more you can get it out there, the more people get that help. And if it's something valuable, people will gladly want to be part of it. So that's my takeaway from that. I think brilliant idea. Super nice guy too, Mike Michalowicz. I just saw him at Lamar Tyler's event. Not probably, I think it was January. Yeah, recently. So I just wanted to leave you with that. Maybe I'll give you some ideas, some thoughts, some ways to think about things, right? The way, you think about when you approach things, you think about it in terms of, I want you to think about things in terms of what problem am I solving, right? And then how can I best solve that problem? And then think of it in terms of profit first. Like I have a certain goal I want to meet to make this business worth my while, to sustain my lifestyle, to hit my number, my goals, my financial goals. How do I reverse engineer that to say, Here's what I have to charge. Here's how many units I have to sell. Here's how much traffic I have to get. Here's how many affiliates or ambassadors that I have to have promoting this thing, or here's how much traffic I have to get. So you could reverse engineer that based on your own goal to, and in this day of AI, right, you could have the AI do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So take a look at that, think about that. And if that was cool, if you thought something, if you got something good from that, please leave me a comment and subscribe to the channel. Talk to you again soon. Have a great one.